It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Caleb Williams. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bears and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500. That's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. We'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some and outside the pocket? Still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. What matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
They face second down and 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Bears have it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. And that is the dream start for this defense on the opening drive. They get the first points of the game for their team.
You know, Mike, every team, they have an opening drive script. So what it is, it's the plays they feel best about. Pass, run, establish a little rhythm, and get your players into the game a little bit. Here they are executing their opening script, something they've done all week long. They cough the ball up, scoop, score, and you couldn't have drafted a worse start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 18-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll put Addison in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
So fourth down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away. Fielded at the 9. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better, but they're going to come away today with a win.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
So on 4th down, here comes John Parker Romo for the Viking field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, the struggles continue.
The same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because they're
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the Bears' 38-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Slot man in motion right. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He pulls it in around the 5. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's McCarthy. That is caught by the tight end. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Bears 1st down. On the ground, here is the rookie out of Clemson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now a give up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he gets run out of bounds, a short pickup, but it's good enough for a 1st down.
One of the easy, get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This drive will start on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jordan McGee there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Handoff here, up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Williams. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Vital. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Second and 7. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. They're going to get the conversion here on 3rd down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll put Addison in motion. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. He has played well all season long, entering this final stretch of games in December and January as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Hit as short if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Williams. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there. The sack that might take them out of field goal range. His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 30.
Brings up second and 8.
Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And now it's fourth down. And he steps into this one, gets off a big kick, angled for the sideline. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On third down, it's Williams. He gets this complete, finding Adams. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Up the middle they go. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, it will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. To throw is Williams. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A game of 5 yards. And the Bears first down.
Here's Williams now to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken yards out. It's first and goal. Here's a run. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
But they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. We'll get this complete. It's Addison again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a run going left. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7. At the 26-yard line.
On the give, it's Johnson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
A 1-yard gain. Brings up third and 6.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. To the ground, a first down run. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They put Adams in motion. On second down, it's Williams. This one complete right side. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Williams to throw on second down. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Here's third and 7. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll find his running back, Cook. The Bears are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. To the goal line and in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. To throw, it's McCarthy. Off-balance throw, it's complete.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. On first down, here's McCarthy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. Devontae Smith, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Traylon Burks, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. The Cowboys trying to finish that one off and claim victory. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break.
Teams ready
but I
to
wouldn't
get
call
back
this one
at
over
it
just
as
yet.
we get back
I think there
underway
could still be some
here on
fireworks
EA Sports.
yet to come.
Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bears offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. off play action. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Chicago. They'll go play action here with Williams. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Williams. That's hot. It's the tight end, Komet. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Throw it again. It's Williams. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Johnson now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but Green is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. They face 2nd down and 7.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is hard. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
62 yards. That's good for the Vikings. First down.
They'll run with Johnson. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Here's McCarthy. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
This is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route like towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this has been a dreadful offensive performance. Quarterback picked off 4 times so far. And this may be one just to erase from the memory. No need to watch the film of this one. It's a horror show. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the left side, and Adams has... They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. A play fake. Now Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Williams to the air once more. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll try to run with Johnson. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. The extra point by Romo is good. The Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He runs with it. And he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st, getting it up to the 36. Here's 3rd and 2. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Open man, left side, he's got it. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose.
And long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
At this point, Mike, it's just hard to trust him to make good decisions with the ball, which is really a shame. And we both had really high hopes for this quarterback coming into the game. He was able to shake off the first 2 picks, but then there's a 3rd, then there's a 4th. And now after this 5th, you have to strongly consider whether you want to sit this guy for the remainder of this game.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with him again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good. Vikings, first down.
Now a handoff, running right. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain.
And he's in! Touchdown, Minnesota.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole as advantage of the scheme. And next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They put Adams in motion. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. Good for a Bears 1st down. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams.
Well, Mike, this is not somebody that you're usually afraid of beating you with his legs, but every now and then he can do just enough to extend the play. That's exactly what he did here. Picks up enough yardage, converts the 1st down.
Here's Cook. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. His 11th grab of the game, and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run. Johnson. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Williams. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down. Now a give on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Williams. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Open man, that's Adams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They put Adams in motion. To the goal line and in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Chicago. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. To the left side, he's got Komet. And that's going to do it. It'll put him over 200 receiving yards in the game. What a performance. That grab also comes with a 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. And more of the same. Another interception. Now, so this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.